Dude, did you see what's out the window?
What?
Oh my god, dude.
What are you talking about, man?
Oh my.
See? We're fine. Hey, it's Soul. It's January 26, 2018. This is Warcraft Weekly. That is Bob. And this is going to be a long show. I know it. I totally predict it. There is a ton of stuff to talk about. And then all of a sudden, the BFA truck rolls in. And, well, there's just a ton of information that is already coming in. I'm going to get to that, don't worry. And for your convenience, I'm going to provide links below so you can just kind of jump to whatever section of the weekly you want, because I have a feeling that I'm going to run my mouth for quite some time.
And then you're gonna edit most of it out.
Absolutely, so let's get started. So how was your week, everyone? For me, it was pretty darn busy. I did a little bit of video content, but the bulk of what I did involved the Wednesday charity stream that I did, but I'm going to jump to that a little bit later. To briefly summarize how it went really well, and I had a ton of fun. With Antaurus, the Burning Throne, all done and dealt with, the guild and I can finally kind of sort of relaxed a little bit, and now we're just kind of bumming around in Antaurus. A couple of folks have stopped in lieu of Battle for Azeroth. They're just going to wait for that, or wait for the next cool thing to come around. So as always, I like hearing how your week was. Please share your wins, your losses, the drama, and all that stuff in a comment below. This week's featured YouTuber is Flying Buttress. Really? Flying Buttress? Flying Buttress is a lore-based Warcraft channel. His videos come in little 5-6 minute bites of different things that happen in the Warcraft timeline, including things that come from the Warcraft Chronicle, and whatever the heck seems to get his interest. These days, as you might have noticed, I've really gotten into like the lore and the speculation of stuff, so stay tuned for me setting up a playlist of all the different lore videos that I have, because I know that's really disorganized right now. But anyway, back to Buttress. Buttress. As a amateur, I consider myself an amateur WoW historian. I think it's interesting to see the different perspectives and understandings that different historians have. Kind of like actual educated historians that take a look at historical text and try to interpret and understand them. It's a cool little meta game for folks like me to take a look at these things and get our own sorts of speculation and develop our own theories. Some of them are just really outlandish and everything, but it's all the fun just the same. Buttress peppers his videos with some easy to understand visuals, and he makes it fun for himself and for his audience. So I strongly encourage that you take a look, give him some input, and if you're interested in him, give him a like and a subscription. He's got a very small channel, but he's clearly interested in Warcraft and its lore and its universe. So give him some love and laugh at that winged butt cheek thing that he's clearly embracing. Okay? If you know of any other channels that can use some love and attention and they have 10,000 or fewer subscribers, send them my way. I'll take a look and I'll feature them in a future weekly. Woo! This week we're continuing the drama and the bitchin' over 735, and more specifically, the changes to leveling and pacing and some conspiracy theories that I think are really stupid. Okay, I don't think that they're stupid, but I think that a lot of the anger, while it is totally fine to be upset about certain things and changes that are happening that have happened in the 735 patch, people are drawing certain conclusions that are just, well, they're just wrong, and I'm going to talk about it. And so you can tell me that I'm wrong and that I'm a Blizzard cuck and a shill and all that stuff. I'm used to it, don't worry about it. So what happened this week is that there was a huge nerf to the Recruiter Friend program. That's the system where you send an invite to a friend, and then you all get together, and then you play together, and then you get a reward, and in the meantime, you get huge XP bonuses, and you're able to level really fast, and yay, it's really awesome. The reality, though, is that people didn't use Recruiter Friend for their friends, they used it for themselves. All you gotta do is buy a cheap version of WoW during the winter sales for like 10 bucks or so. Use the Recruiter Friend system to, add a bunch of these, accounts to your own Battle.net account, and then level yourself up. That way you get an alt really fast, you get the cool Recruiter Friend mount, and ta-da! So if you're mad about the recruiter friend thingamajigger being nerfed to the ground, I don't have a lot of sympathy, because I'm only talking to you, the one person who's doing this whole finagling with these accounts. It's pretty clear that those folks, they didn't want to recruit a friend, they wanted to raid and fast.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, I kind of liked it. It took me only 2 minutes to figure out.
You're still a cuck.
I don't know, but of course I'm wrong about this. There are people that do want to level with their friends. They want to have a good experience. But if you truly want to play with your friend and level together and all that stuff, the changes that come with the 7.3.5 patch are like way better than the benefits of the recruiter friend program, because it's a lot more enjoyable. I would argue that you would be a better friend if you let you and your friend level at a slower pace, because let's be honest, you are going to level a little bit slower in this 7.3.5 kind of scaling world that we live in now. But going through this content in its paces lets you and your friend just enjoy it. It lets you plant your roots into the world of Warcraft. It lets you plant that enjoyment instead of just bum rushing it all the way to the end and not really knowing what's behind you. Again, though, let's not kid ourselves. The leveling is slower, but the flow of questing, it is much better than it used to be. I mean, think of why these big experience boosts with the recruiter friend and the heirlooms and the XP potions, why did they exist in the first place? They were around because it was a band-aid. It was a way for Blizzard to help people, just kind of move them along and get them to the current content, the current expansion, because that's where all the people were, that's where all the good stuff was happening. That was part of it, but also with regards to like lower level content, the leveling just sucked. Every expansion, the classes get revamped and changed around, the abilities get thrown out of whack, so the leveling pacing gets all jacked up too, and the technology to really do something about that wasn't developed because that just wasn't the focus. The focus was on what was current, and so we didn't really get a solution until World of Warcraft Legion, when they introduced level scaling. I'd say like just moments after level scaling was announced, the question started to roll around. So hey, when are you gonna level scale the whole goddamn planet, huh? And that's been a constant topic ever since Legion, when we started speculating what was gonna happen in the future expansion. And here we are. Level scaling is here. Now, I know this is tragic, but in order to create a cohesive experience, in order to repair this problem that has just persisted from expansion to expansion, and in a 13-year-old game, it had just gone worse and worse. In order to kind of revitalize this content that you otherwise might have ignored, unfortunately, you're gonna have to sacrifice a number of extra hours of playtime, and I'm really sorry about that.
You seem sincere.
That's really ironic. The other day, I did a charity stream. It was 9 hours long, and all I did was go through Tirisfal Glades, Silverpine Forest, and a little bit of Hillsbrad Foothills. I only got to level 27, but I can already look back and say that that was one of the most fun experiences that I have had in WoW in a really, really long time. I'm more than willing to put up with the salt and the rotten comments and the downvotes to say my piece. The changes are worth it, and if you look around like the Reddits and other places, if you look away from the negativity and look at what some of the cool things people have to say about it, there are some really cool things that people have to say about it. Even after 13 years of my playing the game, WoW feels even bigger, because this previous leveling content, it is just engaging enough, paced just well enough, just rewarding enough for me to be curious and to go back to all this content that I skipped like 7 years ago and still find it refreshing. But that's me. Not everyone is me.
That's a relief.
Also, ironic. Some people just don't give a damn, alright? And they just want to get to what's good. Screw the leveling, I just want my allied races. Give me my skin, give me my heritage set as fast as we can, and I can care less about this old stuff that I did, in fact, play through. That's one argument. And if these nerfs make you mad, then get mad. Definitely. I mean, give your feedback, let them know that you disagree with these changes. That's good feedback. However, I personally draw the line, and it just kind of makes me go, ugh, whenever I see it, when these sorts of critics use buzzwords and kind of clickbaity things to get people on their side, or they otherwise associate certain words with their grievances, and it's just false. I'm talking about this whole argument that WoW is becoming pay to win. The question that's being posed in certain circles is whether or not WoW is becoming, not now, but is it slowly becoming like this pay to win system? No. I'm going to tell you why, and I'll try to be quick because I really want to just talk about more fun stuff. So the case that's being made is that because of these recruiter friend nerfs and the XP nerfs and yada 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 that's happening in 7.3.5, that the game it's pushing people to, instead of like level, to pay for a boost. The logic behind that is that paying for a boost is a much better use of your time than to actually go in and level this content that these people are telling you that you do not like. Usually this is wrapped with some sort of analogy to help you understand the meaning behind their words about spending money on this or spending time on this versus spending money on this instead. But you guys and girls at home and on the toilet are smarter than that, right? Right? Yeah? Okay, yeah. So let me deconstruct this idea of a pay-to-win system, and this is all based on my personal experience and understanding, both personal and professional. I just mean I've seen a lot of shit, okay? So a true M-Blue pay-to-win system is like this, and I'm kind of reading off stuff, so bear with me, okay? It's a system where player A can initiate one or more purchases to obtain an outstanding advantage over player B, who does not have access to this advantage because they didn't pay for it. It also means that the game itself is wrapped around this pay-to-win model. It's very centric, okay? You cannot escape it. It's always going to tempt you to spend. That's the basics of a pay-to-win model, and it's not exactly a black and white sort of thing. There are little nuances. So I'm not going to get into any specific games. I'm just going to mouth off a couple of easy examples, and then I'll compare it with the World of Warcraft. If you know of a game where you can buy extra inventory slots, and inventory is kind of a constant issue with the game. Like if your inventory constantly fills up and you need to keep selling stuff or putting it into a bank back in town or something like that, that means that game is probably part of a pay-to-win system. If you know of a game where turns or energy, something like that, if they're time-gated and you had the ability to throw down some money and otherwise speed up that time or reset that cooldown or whatever, then that is also a pay-to-win kind of thing. So let's apply this to World of Warcraft. Take our bag, our 16 slot bag, whatever size it is, and hey, cool, you get 4 more slots with when you attach an authenticator to it. But what if that was your only bag? Like the other bag slots, you had to unlock those with real cash. I mean, you would have some really, really big problems if you didn't, go back to town on a consistent basis, or if you needed to do, or if professions was a thing. That would be a very clear pay-to-win sort of situation. Here's some worse ones. Like if you could pay cash to instantly reset your loot lockouts for the week, that's definitely a pay-to-win sort of thing. If you could pay cash to buy a controlled currency like Awakening Essence for legendaries, then that is another very clear pay-to-win sort of deal. In the World of Warcraft, you can pay money for a boost to the max level of the previous expansion, or you can do it your damn self. That easily identifies character boosts as a not pay-to-win model because a boost does not put you in a position of having an advantage over other players. You get to a certain point faster, yes, but does that put you in a position of advantage? I don't know. Something like that depends on every single person. If you boost, you possibly miss out on a lot of story, a lot of transmog, a lot of potential gold that you could have made, much more than what you might make with just paying for a boost. If for you though, winning is considered getting to the max level of the previous expansion, then okay, yeah, you won. I'm not going to, but I think I can make a compelling argument that's getting to just like level 100 is not really winning. In the World of Warcraft, you can pay for a WoW token, and then you can sell that for gold, and then you can use that gold to buy a mythic carry or something like that for a jacked up looking mount. Or you can be good at making gold like Jesse D or Hiko and make millions of gold. Or you can be a highly skilled player and be part of the team that sells the mythic carry for that jacked up looking mount. The WoW token is something that I consider as virtual currency, but it is not pay to win. The exchange of the WoW token to gold for services and all that stuff, that's the player economy at work. And that's something that you, sir and madam, have decided to participate in. Regarding boosts, you are paying money, you are getting a head start. I would definitely make the argument that if you're like a multi-boxer, like if you're just one person and you want to set up a raid team or whatever it is that they do, it probably would be a good idea to use the boosts that are available with every expansion box that you get. So you're kind of getting, one free boost. So that way you can avoid the understandable inconvenience of having to level 5 or 10 or 40 of the same character. But even then, it's not pay to win. Heck, there's a good chunk of players who feel like the game doesn't even start until absolute max level or mythic rating. So you would be paying for just getting started. All I'm trying to say is that with regards to the leveling changes and things like that, if you're mad about it, you feel like it's too slow, let them know. It's totally fine. Like, if you're upset about it, no one's here to take that away from you. That's how you feel. Your voice ought to be heard, but don't use that voice and use a word like pay to win, because it's untrue. And trying to argue for change, but using that pay to win sort of terminology to push that agenda, you're going to end up falling on deaf ears, or you're just going to get people like, dumbasses like me to talk smack about it. I'm not going to want to talk about this anymore. It's kind of a waste of time. I don't know. Maybe I'm like triggered. I don't think that's the right word, but it bothers me when people use that sort of premise to to push their feelings. Anyway, let's move on. Finally, was it fast? I don't think it was fast, was it? So next week, January 30th, something amazing is in fact going to happen. You were right. And thanks for the fist bump. That was kind of endearing. And if you can hook me up, because I want to make more people the Ashbringers. That would help out a lot. Anyway, on January 30th, this is it. There's a Warcraft Q&A. Womp womp. Okay, there might be more stuff that happens on January 30th, but hey, we have something like this to look forward to. This Q&A is going to cover everything BFA. I'll provide a link below where you can ask your question or otherwise upvote questions that you think should be asked. Or you can go on Twitter with the hashtag WarcraftQA and submit your question there. Sometimes at the end of a Q&A, there is a special announcement to make, such as, ooh, a patch is coming out next week or something like that. Now, we might still get a cool announcement. I mean, we already have obvious indicators that the BFA Alpha, I'll try it. There is a chance that they'll start announcing invites or kind of a tentative date on when they're going to start it. I mean, they might announce like the Seething Shore release next week, or pre-orders or allied races. Maybe that Ian's going to step down so he can live out his dream of selling ice cream. I don't know, but I'm looking forward to it, and you can definitely expect me to talk smack about it next week. So stay tuned. So, Alpha. Yesterday, both MMO Champion and Wowhead, they looked like horses just waiting at the gates, and as soon as the Alpha dropped, it was like, they fired off the gun to start the race, and both of them were just taking off at breakneck speed. And meanwhile, there I am, along with all the other like news people and YouTubers and whatnot, just kind of watching and waiting, and of course filming everything that's happening. And now here we are, ready to talk about it. The past 13 hours or so have been a lot of fun, looking at all sorts of different little snippets that these two news organizations have been putting together. Okay, fan sites, but that it just felt good to say. So in the avalanche of news and information, I'm going to try to summarize what little we know about just what happened this week. First off, the Collector's Edition stuff. It looks like probably we're not getting a Murloc in the Collector's Edition. Oh my god. Instead, we're getting a turtle. On the mount side of things, the Alliance are going to get a horse, and the Horde will get a raptor. Now let's move on to the good stuff. Let's take a look at some of these models, and I'll do some little quick reactions to it. I guess as talented as the Blizzard artists are, they're unable to GQ and do it. I mean, he looks good and everything. I can see it now. It's going to be like this big running joke between like Belluar Gaming and Taliesin and Nevitel. They're probably going to do like a face-off. Who can make the most jacked up looking face with these different NPCs. Yeah, but they're definitely going to be spending time doing it. I gotta say, guys, girls, these models look sick. These look awesome. Oh my god. Do these animations with a cape flowing and all that. This looks freaking awesome. I really want to get in the Alpha, Blizzard. I got like $10. All right, let's take a look at some of these actual mounts. I'm like, okay, to me, the most important thing is, where do I strap on? Like that at least tells me for sure whether or not this is going to be a mount that I could actually use. Oh, look at that. Oh man, And that's just the idle animation. That looks so good. Holy crap. It's a B mount. It's a B mount? Dude. Why? I need to understand the context that is behind giving us big ass B looking mounts. And there's like 9 B mounts. What the heck? Okay, I know I'm like not sold on Zandalari trolls, but if I can be a blood troll as Horde, that would be kind of neat. I mean, these guys have pretty full animations. These guys are like good to go. I just need to put a couple Ashbringers on them, and then they'll be like perfect. I can see it now, just like with the Vrykroll, you're gonna get Alliance players being like, dude, can I look like this person right here? And you know what? This would make me almost think about maybe considering wishing that I was Alliance, but not quite. This is the death animation, and I kind of like that they just get blown back dead instead of just like falling. Oh no, I'm dead. Oh my god, it's the Thin Man. It certainly feels like, I mean, I hope, because we're getting like normal looking humans, it feels like at some point we might get, not exactly allied races, but we might get the ability to customize entire body types for our characters, for both Alliance and Horde characters. I mean, notably with Alliance characters, because we're seeing pretty full-looking animations on these guys. Now, for our first look at Zandalari trolls in motion, oh, these guys look pretty darn cool. Oh yeah, that'll scare the enemy. Oh, my wife is gonna love these. She totally hates snakes. I admit though, these guys look really cool. It's crazy. I mean, you think about how things were back in like 2004, and then like now, it's this is mind-blowing. Here we go with the furries. Now I'm looking around here and I'm not seeing I didn't see a dance emote. So that at least tells me that well, maybe they won't be an allied race, because if you can't dance, why the hell am I going to play this race? But with all these different kinds of variations, it's hard to say. I mean, we'll never know. All they got to do is design a dance emote, and then ta-da, they're good to go. Well, that and like armor. Is this pig really gold? Maybe I'll make you look like a pig from now on. Okay, but this pig is clearly like more detailed and realistic looking. Is this like the high res pig, and then and then like this is the low res? No, they're clearly different. Like one's like a battle pets, and the other is just, I don't know. I mean, why are there different styles of pigs? Hey, check it out. It's like a bacon therizane, I think. Dude, there's tons of cats. Holy crap. What about dogs? Wait, what is this? Oh my god, it's a cat with, it's a witch cat. Ew, it's a spider bat. Oh crap, it really is a spider bat. It's like flying, and presumably it's going to like eat faces because it's like flowing with blood. That's creepy as fuck. Okay, this is all sorts of creepy. It's got an earring, so it's like mature, but it's little, it's like chibified to try and look cute. And yet you can easily tell it's like musing, it's like looking off into the distance, and it's smiling like oh my god, am I gonna mount that? How do I get it? Oh my god, it's the Flying Machine Mark II. Oh, this is awesome. And it comes in different colors. Okay, these wolf things, these look awesome. They're like wolves with attitude. Because of the hair thing. Like teenagers, rebels, whatever. So is this like a multi-seater where it's like there's one person on top and there's like 5 people inside? Dude, there are so many different kinds of mounts. Like this beetle thing looks freaking crazy, and they did some crazy sadistic things with these proto-Jake models. Oh really? So that bird-like thing that we saw in the in that initial picture for Battle for Azeroth, it really is going to be a man. Oh, it's got a hook. Baby freaking dinosaurs. Oh shit, giant freaking dinosaurs, dude. Oh my god, I don't think this is a mount though. I don't see a place to sit. But I do see a place where I can do business and sleep and probably hang out. I mean, it looks like it can. It looks like it kind of can be. Like right here on the side, there can be like one vendor, and then there could be another vendor. Right there, there's like the shower, and then like there's the bed, and we could probably set up a PlayStation over there. I don't know. Part of me hopes that this isn't a pet, that it's actually like a giant, giant NPC that just looks like this with huge eyes and a big, just an super oversized head. It can like eat itself. Now, I know that we've seen Zandalari ships at this point. Some of you viewers and commenters have pointed out like where Zandalari ships are, but I still would rather have freaking sea monsters as the Zandalari fleets, because, oh man. So this is a thing called the Hive Mind, and it is a multi-seater flying mount. What? How many dudes can I get on? I mean, I'm presuming that I can get like at most like 3 or so, but dude, this thing looks so cool. Okay, I find it really weird that Ashara is being presented like this way. So it looks like this might be like some sort of animation that she's going to have. I don't think there is a model rendition of her yet, but I mean, of course she's going to be coiled up and everything, but she looks tall. Oh, wait, original? Can I zoom in now? There we go. Yeah, she looks tall. Okay, so that's like 1, 2, 3, 4 Ashbringers that I can put on her. I can't wait. So I think that's about all that I can really cram into a single weekly. There's just so much information that's still coming in. So I'm going to take time next week to try to sort some of this out and give some of you folks at home a quick fact sheet. Hey, here's what we know. Here's like some of the high level information and ideas that are coming in. Stay tuned for more Battle of Azeroth information and speculation as it starts trickling in. Okay, so the biggest thing that happened for me this week is that I did a charity stream. I mentioned it earlier in the weekly. I did a charity stream on Wednesday. I did it for 9 hours, leveled up a character, a Horde undead hunter, and it was some of the most fun that I've had in WoW in a really long time. Like, I was straight up reading quest text. And I was kind of mumbling quest text, especially like towards the end when I started to get like super tired. But it was so much fun, and I had a huge outpouring of people coming in. The purpose of the charity was to support the ASPCA. It was meant to help support the animals. It was my way of kind of mourning my own loss, and I'm super grateful for the outpouring. We were able to raise $300 during that stream, so I wanted to at least acknowledge everyone who donated. Diami, aka Tribe Gaming, Empress Ninja Girl, Ken, Happy, Terror Skull, Master H. Ved, G. Redford, and Crab. There are also a few people that I want to acknowledge who made contributions in different ways. That includes Callum, Spaceboy, Jesse D, The Obvious, and Sean, as well as a few anonymous donors and my own contribution. Diami, aka Tribe Gaming, says, first one to donate. Anonymous says, for the Horde. Ken says, Soul, I hope this helps for now. Payday for me tomorrow, so I hope this is a start. Good luck, and I wish you the best in your quest to help. And then he sent another donation saying, yo, Soul, I came through. I hope it helps. Happy says, for the puppies. Anonymous says, awesome stream for a worthy cause. And Crab says, since I decided against ordering a pizza. Overall, the stream was a huge success, at least for me. I didn't really know what to expect except for, hey, I'm going to be leveling a tune, and here we go. So I'm incredibly humbled by the support that folks gave me, whether you donated or if you were just watching and hanging out. It's probably going to be a little while until I do something like that again. Just a 9-hour stream was... Man, that's really taxing. I don't know how people do it for like that long on a more consistent basis. So thank you one more time for participating. We did it for the animals. So I think that's all I could squeeze in. Sorry for not letting you talk too much, Bob, but I know that this is going to be long. I think I've been mouthing off for like at least an hour and a half. I don't know how long this is going to be once I'm done editing this guy. But I want to thank all of you who had the courage to make it to the end. And as a reward, I'm gonna do a giveaway. Now this is obviously low-key. I'm doing it towards the end of the video and not everyone's gonna watch this, so hopefully you guys will have a better chance of winning. But all you have to do is in a comment below just say, Soul, I hope you get into the alpha. That's it. Because I really want to get into the alpha. Come on, Blizzard. So yeah, Soul, I really hope you get into the alpha. That's all you gotta say. Put it in a comment below and you're in. I'm going to announce a winner for a WoW token the following week. This is only available for the Americas realms, so good luck to all of you who enter. So that's my little thank you for making it to the end. I want to thank all the newcomers to the channel, all the new subscribers and patrons and visitors. I'm glad to have you. I hope I don't let you down, even though I'm such a Blizzard cuck. So please continue supporting the channel so I can keep giving you this and all things World of Warcraft. Tune in next week for more Battle for Azeroth coverage and whatever the heck else that I do. I'll see you next week, but until then, stay safe, stay happy, and stay breezy.